Alright, Knights of Apollo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the American Battlefield. This is the American Civil War mod for Napoleon Total War, and we are going to witness a historical battle. This is the Battle of Beaver Dam Creek. This was pretty early on in the war. It was June 26th, 1862, and it was the first major engagement of the 7 days battles. So we had Lee, of course, leading the Confederates, and then we had McClellan leading the Union. Now, this is an interesting battle because of the outcome. And I'll explain exactly what I mean here, is that this battle was technically a Union tactical victory. So in terms of the fighting, the Union won this battle. They inflicted 1,484 casualties, and the Confederates only inflicted 361. So the Union, outplayed them in that regard, but it was a strategic victory for the Confederates because McClellan decided to withdraw from his position and not take the initiative to keep pushing. So they kind of they lost that strategic that strategic play essentially, and the Confederates just took advantage of that. And of course we know the story of McClellan, very not aggressive. People say he could have ended the war much sooner, especially if he pursued the Rebs after Antietam. But many times he did not do that. So that's why the war was much longer than it was. So in this engagement, we actually have two generals leading this. I believe Stonewall Jackson was supposed to support this battle, but he was late. He didn't show up on time. So we actually have A.P. Hill here. So A.P. Hill, this is not what he looks like. Actually, some people have said that I kind of look like A.P. Hill. Here's a picture of him. So I don't know if that's for you to decide, but APL, I think he's, correct me if I'm wrong, is he from Georgia? I don't remember. He might be from Virginia. But yeah, AP Hill, and we have his other buddy here. Let me turn on the mini map here really quick and find him. Here he is. We've got D.H. Hill. D.H. Hill. So we got the Hill boys. All right, so pretty cool. Both Hill generals ready to lead the Confederates to battle. Now, I have a really exciting story regarding the Civil War, and I'm just gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. Since you clicked on the video, you probably find the American Civil War interesting. I recently have purchased a Civil War cavalry sword by an officer who led, or I don't know if he led it, but of course he was one of the higher commanders. He was an officer, so I'm sure he led in some aspect of the regiment, but he was part of the 16th Pennsylvania Cavalry, which they are kind of famous for the Battle of Kelly's Ford, the Battle of Kelly's Ford. So I've got the sword. I don't want to say too much because I'm gonna make it like a vlog kind of thing. I'm gonna show it off, and I'm being very careful with it. Obviously, I'm not really gonna handle the sword. I'm gonna put it in a display case and kind of leave it there forever, and make sure no rust gets on it or anything, because it was a fairly expensive sword. But it's just cool because it has a backstory to it, and it also. It not only did it come with a sword, but it also came with his portrait. It came with a document of all the engagements he was in, and it came with a belt, an officer's belt, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh no, one of the badges he had. So yeah, it's really cool, and it was kind of it was moving in a way to have something so old that belonged to someone who fought in the American Civil War. So yeah, I'll talk more about it in the vlog. I want to get back to this battle here, where it's about to pick up here. So really quick, it looks like, well, first off, here's the creek, guys. Here's Beaver Dam Creek, pretty cool. And you can see that the Confederates are shelling the Union pretty hard right now. We got a lot of regiments from Pennsylvania in this battle. And here's more shots over here. landing, and the Union artillery is trying to do their best to try to hold back the Confederate artillery. Got another 1st Pennsylvania artillery over here opening fire, and we got a pretty solid position here. I like this positioning, using the trees to kind of cover them. Hopefully the trees aren't getting too much in their way and they can fire through them. But yeah, I got some South Carolina artillery right here. So very cool stuff. But if we look over here, this is where the 1st infantry engagement is going to happen. We have the Union pushing up. We got 4th Michigan, 9th Massachusetts. Over here we have the 13th New York. We have the 25th New York, the 22nd Massachusetts, 2nd Michigan. So a good mix of Massachusetts, Michigan, New York, and some Pennsylvania. Over here, though, we got a bunch of Georgia boys. So yeah, I got to represent Georgia here. Got the 35th Georgia, the 49th Georgia, the 14th Georgia, the 45th Georgia, and we got, you know, we'll sprinkle in some Louisiana guys as well. So we got the 3rd Louisiana fighting for this flank. I do believe they are outnumbered, so this is going to be a tough engagement for them, but they are going to land the first shots right here pretty soon. There it is. They were able to set up first, which is nice. That's going to give them a little bit of an advantage. Ooh, it's getting smoky. So it was 35th Georgia, the regiment to fire first in this scenario of the Battle of Beaver Dam Creek. Now we do have 4th Michigan kind of leading the way here, moving up on the rebel position, excuse me. But they're going to try to get on their flank, it looks like, and then he's using these main regiments to try to lock them in place. So the 13th New York, 25th New York, 22nd Massachusetts, and 22nd's big, and the 2nd Michigan. So kind of using all of them to keep them in place while these 2 regiments flank. Of course, we've got the 35th Georgia trying to maneuver as well and try to hold on to this flank, but it's a 2 versus 1 here, which is going to be pretty tough for these Georgia boys. But let's see what else is going on. It looks like maybe just more artillery fire is happening. We also have a lot of rebel infantry in reserve. So we got the 16th North Carolina. We got some Virginia boys, 40th Virginia, 55th, 14th Tennessee, 47th Virginia. Back over this way, we've got more rebel infantry pushing hard on the right flank. So it seems that the Rebs are pushing on the right and left pretty aggressively. Let's see how the Union kind of deals with that. Oh my goodness. We've got some artillery hitting these troops hard. So the 2nd North Carolina and the 4th North Carolina are pushing up, leading the way, but they are getting hit hard with the artillery. It looked like they were using canister shot there, and that's a far reach. They are reaching far there. But yeah, good shots, very, very good shots, and a lot of North Carolina guys over here. Very cool. In fact, yeah, all of these guys are from North Carolina. Very awesome. Let's go back over to this line battle engagement where... unfortunately for the 35th Virginia, they are taking some heavy casualties. They are at half strength, less than half strength. It's pretty close. But they break from the battle. They can't take it anymore. But we do have some reinforcements on the way. We got the 7th Tennessee, the 19th Georgia, with the 1st Tennessee and the 5th Alabama, which are very depleted. Wow, 76 men there. But they're going to quickly try to get over here. And then once again, we've got the 49th Georgia, which is a huge regiment, by the way. They started off with 470 men. They're now kind of turning here. And the Union is going to go ahead and fall back because I'm sure he's noticed the reinforcements that are marching over that way. Oh, wait, look at this. 35th Georgia there. They're like, you know what? I see these reinforcements. We're not quite done yet. We're going to get back into the fight. And... they're part of A.P. Hill's division. Gotta love the Georgia boys. A.P. Hill division. So yeah, they are doing a pretty good job. The forest battle, this is going to be a much longer grind because the trees do make a difference. The trees do provide you cover and also get in your way when you're firing at the enemy. Got the 14th Georgia. Very cool. Let's go ahead and go to the other side of the battle here where... it looks like the Rebs have kind of set up here this tree line This is going to be really tough for them because, sure, there's only one Union regiment, at least as far as we know. We got the 7th Pennsylvania. They are holding this trench here, but they also have to deal with the artillery. So if I was the rebels right now, I think what I would do is definitely try to hook around this way. It's going to be tough, though, because there's not much space here. And look at this. The Union's actually falling back. That's not a terrible idea. Because, well, no, they're going to go back. They're going to go back. I was going to say you could fall back to this artillery and kind of use this line here to hold. Kind of use the artillery as the lifeline. But, yeah, this artillery is really giving these rebels hell. But it's up to the 7th Pennsylvania to try to hold this position. Brave souls taking on... how many regiments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 regiments alone, basically. Well, of course, with the help of the artillery. Over here, the Rebs have, with the reinforcements, have started to push back the Union regiments. But to be fair, I think the Union did a pretty good job of doing some damage to this force. Definitely think the Rebs should use the trees here to try to cover their advance against the artillery. But they might also want to push up some artillery over to this side, which they do have some artillery in the center. That is kind of hitting the center of the Union. I think they're still trying... Ooh! 13 Pennsylvania Reserves getting hit hard there. But yeah, he is trying to focus down this artillery. And we do have more infantry, Union infantry kind of shifting over to the artillery. But yeah, this is... Yeah, they weren't... by the way... They're using this lime shot. Lime shot is the one that's, it's kind of like extended cannon shot or grape shot, where it's like it kind of blows up in the air and just pieces fly everywhere. They weren't using cannon because earlier I said they were it looked like they were using canister shot, but it was just that lime shot. But yeah, good flanking here by the Rebs. Honestly, I would get really aggressive and just bayonets because there's no way, especially this end unit right here. He could easily do some quick flanking damage and break these guys. But we'll see. The Union is quickly shifting over, though. Look at that. This is such a cool battle scene right here, battlefield scene. 14th New York and the 62nd Pennsylvania. By the way, is this... This isn't the 14th Brooklyn, no. Because technically the 14th Brooklyn is the 84th New York. So it's a little bit different. But, yeah, they're trying to quickly move to the flank of the artillery. They're going to get ready to hold it. And look at this. This unit breaks. They held as long as... Oh, it's just salt in their wounds. Artillery hitting there perfectly. But they held for as long as they could. And the 7th Pennsylvania, they're going to get the hell out of there. Which I cannot blame them. That is a losing battle. That's a losing fight. So the Confederates are kind of reforming, it looks like. This is a very delicate situation because it is a tough... Oof. It's a tough position that they're going to have to attack, and that's why I think they need to really focus some artillery over here. But it's just... I mean, they kind of have this artillery supporting that advance, but it's just not really... Just artillery is so focused on the center. They might want to send some more over there. They've got a lot of artillery back here. They could limber up really quick and shift over. But we'll see what happens. And we have more reserves coming over here. 16th North Carolina. We got more. Oh, no, we already saw these units, but they're moving out. And it seems they're all shifting to the right in their perspective. The left of the Union perspective. So, pretty interesting. Look at this. The Confederates have kind of used the trenches, the other side of the trenches, to kind of fight that artillery. I don't know if it's actually helping them. But it's cool. It's cool looking, and there's a lot of look at the casualties here. Some of them are Yankees here, but most of them being Rebs. Let's see if they can push through. This is going to be a really tough assault. Really tough battle for the Confederacy. Very well defended by the Union for sure. I just love this mod in terms of like historical accuracy, or not even just historical accuracy, but overall giving the vibe of the American Civil War, the scale and the chaos and the smoke and everything. It does such a great job. I mean, you've got regiments here with like 400 people in them. It's really cool. I think the battles are 30% of the actual scale of the real battles, which is really impressive. You know, I know 30% doesn't sound like a lot, but considering how large these battles were and the amount of people involved, 30% of an actual Civil War battle is really impressive. Now, some battles aren't quite at 30% scale because I believe the Battle of Shiloh is only like 15%, because some battles are just so massive that it's hard to, you know, with a game with, you know, it's an old game with a lot of limitations, so it's hard to, you know, try to put so many units on there. You want the game to run well, obviously. But we got the 13th New York, who's trying to hold this force here. You know, I might, personally, I would probably leave one unit just firing and the other units, maybe one unit push up or something. Because it's just one unit, you might be able to overwhelm it by flanking, but they might be, let's see, they've got the center here. But look at this, the unit is closing, or the Union, not the unit, the Union is closing in on the creek here and trying to get on the flank of the Confederates. But the Confederates, oh yeah, look at their, wow, the range on these guys. They can actually start opening fire and protecting the flank of their comrades over there. So let's go back over to the right side, and we'll see the Union perspective. I feel like we've kind of been looking at the Confederates perspective a little too long, but the Union, you don't want to get demonetized, right? No, the Union is doing a good job. They are outnumbered here, but again, they have the advantage of the artillery, which is really putting a dent in the rebel lines. They have taken many casualties here. Look at that. Look at, they just are dropping. Is that some friendly fire there? It looks like the 30th North Carolina just shot in the back of the 12th North Carolina, but they're actually going to shift lines. I kind of like that, shifting places. Like, you gave them hell, boys, but step back. You're taking too many casualties. But this is really tough. You know, it's one of these things where you just got to sit back and hope that the Union artillery doesn't wipe out a ton of your men. But the Union, of course, they're doing a great job. They're outnumbered here, but again, they're not outgunned, thanks to the artillery. We still have the artillery in the center. We have a couple units in the center. And again, it just seems like the Confederates are focusing all of their manpower, essentially, on the wings of the battlefield, so the right and left flank of the battlefield. Let's see what the Union has here. There might be more than just the 13th. I was gonna say the 19th, 13th New York, because it is in the trees and some units might be hidden. It is quite fun to make the. I love fighting in trees for one reason, right? Well, there's many reasons, but one reason I like fighting in the forest or in the woods is that you have one unit fire at will, and then have other units on hold fire. That way they don't get revealed. And so when the enemy gets confident into thinking they can take on this one unit, then you activate fire at will and you just obliterate them in close range. It's pretty cool. Sometimes it's tough because sometimes the enemy can see your unit really far away even though they are in the forest. But the Confederates are just kind of using this the bed of this creek and just trying to hold this position. We've got troops kind of protecting the flank here, and the Confederates also using this slight slope. But they gotta get killing here. They can't look at this. The Union is going to attempt to push through, and more Confederates are kind of, you know, bending this line to get a nice angle on the approaching Union soldiers. Look at the 2nd Michigan and the 4th Michigan on the edge here. And uh-oh, more all the way on the other side of the battle. The Confederates are just getting hit hard, and they are taking so many casualties here. It is a slaughter, really, for both sides, but I would say more so for the Confederates. This is a winning battle. This is a good battle for the Union on this side. But again, many more reinforcements are coming. Many, many more. But for the Union, they still have line infantry in the center, which at this point, they might as well just send the line infantry, which it looks like they are. We got the 8th Pennsylvania. They're moving over to their left flank, which would be the rebels' right flank. But they still have a couple units in the center, which is smart. They probably don't know, but the Confederates, they don't have any infantry, so they're probably not going to push the center. But the Union probably, they don't know that because they have to scout, and they don't, you know, they might think there's some units waiting in there in the fog of war. Let's go back over here, though, where things are getting really spicy. Look at this. This is a really interesting battle line. Holy crap. Okay, we got this Y shape. So we've got a long line here taking on the Rebs in the tree line. And then you have a line here taking on the flank and another one here. And then two regiments here taking on the Rebs over on this side. Wow. The Union is really dedicating a lot of manpower, a lot of regiments over to this front. You know, now might be the time to push up some infantry across the creek and try to take out the 13th New York. I'm hearing a charge, though. Uh-oh, look at this. More Union forces coming up. They are getting hit with artillery. 13th Pennsylvania Reserves trying to fire at the flank of the 45th Georgia. Uh-oh. Is that the general? Oh, no, A.P. Hill. A.P. Hill. He survived. It looked like a devastating artillery hit. He survives it. Wait, is that's not him? Oh, maybe he died. A.P. Hill? Or no, he's right there. But he's shattered. He's not coming back. He is fleeing from the battle. Oh, Lee is not going to be too happy. Though historically, Lee was pretty upset about this battle. Whoa, okay, big push. This is what I'm talking about. This is what they needed to do. Big old bayonet charge led by the 19th Georgia, followed by the 7th Tennessee and the 5th Alabama. Taking on, again, the 13th New York. Wow. Very cool. Very cool little fight here. Let's see if the 13th can hold. My God, the 7th is... they are breaking, but look at this. The Union is swinging around. The 22nd Massachusetts is coming around the flank. And, oh, jeez. The 13th New York holds their ground. What a bunch of BAs. What a bunch of BAs. They have been fighting... more like they have been firing outnumbered, right? They've been taking on like 3 regiments. They get charged by all 3 and they stand their ground and hold, and thanks to the flank of the 22nd Massachusetts, they completely shatter. These guys, yep, well, most of them are shattered, some are broken, but they're so close to the edge line, I think most of them are just going to run off the battlefield and not return. And I think the Union's going to make sure of that. Look at that, he's following. He's going to run them off this field. That is awesome. That is awesome. Over here, though, the Confederates have definitely... the Confederates have actually broke some Union. 2nd Michigan is off the battlefield. Look at the casualties here, though. Look at that. So, yeah, the Confederates are actually doing pretty well in this tree line, but they still have a long way to go. Let's go to the other side, though. And we see that... oh, we missed so much. I'm so sorry. It seems that the Rebs did a full-on charge, and the Union just was not able to hold. Man, you know, these battles are so big. I do apologize for missing that charge. I don't know if it was a charge or just a skirmish that the Union just couldn't maintain, and now the Union's going to have to reform here. They got a couple reserves, but they got to shift these guys over. Face them in the right direction. But, you know, hey... This is a big push that does not need to slow down. Just keep charging in. They've got the manpower. They can easily flank around. But here we go. The 23rd North Carolina about to open fire. Oof. Good volley by the Union, but there's going to be a returning volley, of course. Oh, they got to reload, most of them. Returning volley, of course. Eventually. Boom. There we go. And 9th Pennsylvania's already in the orange morale, so they're losing some morale. They don't want to give up these trenches here, but I really think they need to shift, like use the tree line right here. Kind of shift your men to hold this position, but I think they're going to have to keep falling back. But what do they fall back to? They got to reform. They got to reform the artillery. Maybe hold this orchard here. Looks like we got a little orchard. Not really. It just looks like trees, but they got to find a defensive position, or they could cross the. You know what? This is a good spot right here. Right here is a good one. You can put the artillery maybe right here. Have an infantry unit nearby to defend it. There is a land, like a ford here. But yeah, I think they're gonna hold this creek. But these troops got to get going. The Rebs are right on their tails. So let's go back to the other side. I don't want to stay too long on one side. And it's actually going pretty well for the Union. Union is pushing back a lot of the Georgia boys. But this was a much more difficult battle for the rebels. The Union had much more men over on this side, which is good that they're pushing them back, because now they can free up some units to go to the other front of the battle, kind of support that fight. 4th Michigan holding with the 25th New York. New York 25th. So we've got the 3rd Pennsylvania, and we have the 2nd Pennsylvania making their way over to the other side of the battlefield. Lots of breaking. Oh my goodness. Lots of breaking going on here with the artillery. Finally, the Confederate artillery just completely shattered a whole section of artillery for the Union. And they're going to be able... This is actually a really good position here. They can move up this artillery, possibly move it over here, and then fire at the flanks of the Union forces. Wow. Good shot. Good shooting. Union is now running over. I think they were getting fired in the backs, and they were taking too many casualties. So now they're at triple speed here, trying to reform. Are they going to hold this tree line, though, still? I believe they are. See, oh, this guy's reading my mind. He's got the artillery over here. Again, there's less trees and a bit of a hill, so they can kind of get some good shots on the rebels. But this artillery is going to be a problem. And you can see the Confederate artillery is already shelling the Union. This poor person's, you know, this house here, this poor person's going to lose his house probably to artillery. Tragic. Oof. Here we go. Confederates, this is their biggest push. It's a big push right here. And now what the Confederates want to do on this side is basically stall the Union as long as possible. They're outnumbered, and they're most likely going to lose this. But again, they need to stall here. They need to try to slow down the Union's advance. 14th Georgia. Third, I was going to say LA. Well, it is LA, but like the city. 3rd Louisiana and 49th Georgia. That's all that stands on this flank. We actually have the general over here, who's kind of keeping the men's spirits high as they're fighting these rebels in the forest here, the woods. All right, so can the Union hold? This is like the epic stand of the Union. Not only can they hold, but can the other Union regiments from the other side get over here in time? And if I was the Confederate, if I was leading this army, I'd be super aggressive, because you do not want to give the Union time to regroup. Just keep pushing. Use the advantage of troops, and they are rushing in. The sooner they can get killing these Yankees, the faster they can break them. Whoa! Oh my God, this artillery just wiped out like an entire regiment, and they're now breaking. Holy crap! Look at that. This artillery is going to be a problem. And let's see. The Union is dedicating 1, 2, 3, 4 regiments to go deal with that artillery. But they got to be careful. It's going to be tough. Yeah, this is going to be a close battle, guys. Ooh, this is a tough battle for the Confederates. And look, I like what they did here. The slope. so they can fire, you know, same position, just further back. Look at the smoke there. It looks so good. Another thing, if you notice, I didn't add any music to this because there's something about the music of just the crackle of gunfire and the artillery and the reloading sound. Like, you don't need music when you play the American Civil War mod. You just don't. The music is just the horror on the battlefield. But this is good news for the Union. The rebels are starting to break here, and they're going to be able to shift all of these pretty healthy Union regiments over to the other side. What are they doing? Why are they sending these regiments? This is the legendary 13th New York, heroes in today's battle. What are they doing sending these? They don't need them. They're going to win here. They have plenty of regiments. These guys need to go to the other side of the battlefield. And here we go. There's a big push here. Oh, this is going to be nasty, guys. Can this artillery break these guys before they do too much damage? We even have a Union regiment over here kind of firing some shots into the flank of this line. And here we go. 42nd Georgia. I'm sorry, 44th Georgia. Doing the best. It's good to know that there's some Georgia guys over here. But it's getting pretty even. If anything, this might be the advantage of the Union. And finally, the reinforcements have arrived. Oh, God. And the Confederates are pushing forward. Oh, my God. This is going to be... This is going to be sad. If they peek this hill, they are going to get slaughtered. They are absolutely... Oh. That could have been so much worse. I think one or two guys died from that grape shot. But the Union infantry is here. Do we have artillery? Yeah, this Confederate artillery, they need to just move them up closer. They can probably reach, but the accuracy is not going to be as good. They need to move them up closer and support this battle because the Confederates are just not getting proper artillery support. And I just don't think they're going to have it in them to take this defensive position by the Union. Ouch. Yeah. Look at, they're losing over here. The Union is going strong. I guess this unit over here, the 10th Pennsylvania, is getting kind of tired. But yeah, look at the morale just dropping. 47th Virginia, they've had enough. They're down to 80 men. Yeah, they're done. Like, yeah, we lost too many. Goodbye. And look at this. The Union is breaking, guys. Or I'm sorry, not the Union. The Confederates are breaking here. Just breaking. So this is looking like it's shaping up to be a pretty solid Union victory. But there's still a lot of... Oh, here's a charge. And this is going to be a victory. No surprise there. The 49th Georgia, they've lost half of their regiment. Half of their regiment is gone. And they're just kind of, oh, the Union's not going to let them run. 22nd Pennsylvania closing in. Oh, this is tragic. Taking prisoners here. Look at the numbers just drop for this regiment. They are shattered. They're not coming back. Look at the Union just like, look at them just like running forward, trying to kill every single Reb they can. Man, that's crazy. And just like that, the Confederate advance was shattered. We do have a charge here. A glorious charge. I like the effort. 14th Tennessee and the 3rd North Carolina going into the fight. They're actually going to break these guys, but reinforcements are on the way. 5th Pennsylvania coming up. Coming to reinforce. This is a bloody part of the battle. The last ditch effort of the Confederates here. Ah, and that's it. That's all they can stomach. And North Carolina is going to be following here soon. But hey, I gotta give credit to North Carolina. They're still holding. They're gonna break at any moment, but they were fighting much longer than I expected them to. Oof. There they go. They break. They break. So, we've got the Union advancing forward. That they got to be careful here. We've seen this many times in Total War, where you know, artillery has won battles when it's just artillery alone have won battles. So the Union, they got to flank. Maybe use a unit as a sacrifice unit. They better not throw away the 13th New York, because these guys, like I said, they're heroes of this battle. So they just throw them away and just get slaughtered. I'm going to be mad. But yeah, just send one unit here, one unit over here. Maybe one unit can go down the center. You know, just spread them out. Don't have them charging in at the same direction, or this is going to be a disaster. They're still kind of running in one direction. And the Union is pushing this way as well. You know, the Union might have won the fight there with the infantry, but they haven't won the battle yet, and they gotta be careful. Oh, there goes one. Come on, you gotta quickly make that turn. Oh, nope. Oh, no. Oh, no, don't run in. Keep going around the flank. Oh, this is disaster. This is disaster. Oh my god. Don't tell me. Don't tell me they're gonna charge. Oh my god. Can they make it? Oh, this other regiment's going in. It's good that they're charging. Oh no, another artillery piece is setting up. Let's see. I think they're gonna make it though. All it takes is one hit, though. One big hit, and they're out. Let's see. Oh! Oh! Okay, they're going to make it. That's good on them. They should wipe out this artillery. The other regiment is not so lucky. Look at the amount of losses. Why would he charge in with column formation? Why would he charge into this? Look at the casualties of charging in a column. They're back in the fight, though. Look at this. Ow. Oh my god, the Union is breaking. They do break the artillery, but oh my god. And then over this way, there we go. Oh my god, they're gonna throw away this battle. They're charging the artillery again. All these artillery batteries are gonna earn medals if they come out of this victorious. Oh, now we got the D.H. Hill charging in. Oh, which he like gets evaporated. But hey, at least he fought towards the end of the battle, unlike A.P. Hill. Now we have the General of the Union, McCall going in. One of the generals trying to take out this artillery. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oh my god, the Confederates, man. They are breaking all of these units. The Confederate artillery still stands. Wow. We still have the Union artillery back here. What is he? Oh, what are these units doing? Why is he running them back? Second pencil. Wait, what are they firing at? They're chasing a breaking unit. Well, they're not shattered, so maybe he's worried about them coming back. It's a possibility, but he is chasing them down. And once again, man, stretch these guys out. If you're gonna charge this artillery like head on, like spread them out a little bit. There we go. Confederates are breaking here. That's good. Good for the Union. But over here, all we really have is a general for the Union. That's it. Artillery here. Oh, wait, is this some line infantry? No, this is the artillery crew. Look at these madmen. They got their swords out. They got the artillery swords out. That's awesome. Oh my god. Why is he charging it in such... Oh! Going through, what is that, corn? Cornfield? See if they can get another shot off. Lucky for them, they're gonna make it. So, really good artillery hits there. This is still gonna be extremely close to battle. Oh my god, did you see those guys go flying? But yeah, this is gonna be really close. Here comes another Union charge. This officer here. That should break this artillery piece. But there's another one! There's another one way back here. Wow. Wow. If they don't spread out, if they take their time here, they got to move. They got to move. They break. Oh my god. They still have this unit though. They're still intact. But for how long? Look at this. That's actually pretty cool. Oh! That was a pretty cool shot right there. I'm not talking about the Confederate shot. I meant like the actual shot of them charging forward. But yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna break. My god, guys. My god. The Union Army is down to this last unit. We're gonna go ahead and just fast forward here a little bit. I think the Union's gonna lose. We'll see. They've got a sneaky general charge going in the back. Let's see if they can... Ooh, they unlimbered. I think they're going to try to kill this general, but nope. The general's going to charge in, but the general dies. The Confederates hold, the Union general dies, and they still have the artillery, but they can't move it anymore because the horses are dead. And now, oh my god, another frontal charge. See, this is a nice line to be charging in, you know, nice and long. Ooh, good volley, good volley. I like that. I like that. But hey, go in now. Oh, there's another unit. Okay, let's slow it down here. Another Union line over here. What happened to the 13th New York? I think they just died. But they take out that artillery. And now, guys, it's down to 3 pieces of artillery, which are trying to hit the 3rd Pennsylvania. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to take this. They got to try to swing around a little bit, you know? Oh, boy. Can they make it? Let's see. Oh, they're going to hold their ground here. They've got a little bit of a slope. But that doesn't give them a shot on the enemy. They got to get all... Oh, God. They got to get all their men in this road here. Or this creek, whatever this is. I mean, they're not going to land any hits from here. It's a waste. Waste of time. Just got to... Well, actually, hold on. They're losing morale. Maybe the suppression. Or no, they are landing hits. Wow. Okay. They might win this. This is crazy, guys. This is a pretty weird ending, but also exciting. Because you just don't know who's going to take it. Will the artillery hold? I feel like the longer they wait here, the better their chances. Now's the time to go. A bunch of them just shot. Just run. I think that... Okay, they're definitely empty now. Okay, now it seems like, yeah, they're going to go in. Go, go, go. All right, it's too late. It's too late. Well, actually, they're down to 1 cannon. Well, load that cannon up. Let's go.
Our men are running.
Oh, they're breaking. Confederates just have 1 artillery piece here. Unit. But they still have another one way over here. Where's the Union artillery? I guess they just broke. There was a couple left over, but these guys are breaking. This is like down to a couple troops. This is silly. Alright, so we'll fast forward. See what happens here. I know this is not the most... It's not exciting watching them fight, but it is exciting to see what's going to happen here. Okay. Oh my god, they break. This 1 unit against 2 artillery, I don't think it's going to be enough. Unless this unit comes back to the battle. They're broken, they're not shattered. They're using the tree line here, which is pretty good. I'm pretty sure infantry can go around the flanks faster than artillery can turn the guns. And once again, they're using this hill, but look at their perspective. They're not hitting anything. They're just hitting the ground. Oh no, they are. What the heck? I guess they're seeing something I don't see. Look at this guy. Look at this guy just walking over here. Backstepping. See if he gets a good hit. Woo! I don't know, guys. I think they need to charge in. Because they are getting hit in the back. Oh, boy. Here they come. Oh! Oh. Okay, that's old news. This is close. Let's see. So artillery's setting up here. We're going to fast forward a little bit. Oh, they break. They break. Doesn't matter. They just... I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. And that, guys, that's going to be a... Yep, that's going to be a Confederate victory. Now I know why McClellan did not advance forward. The artillery would have just wiped them out. So really good job by the player who played AP Hill. He killed 3,000 people. And then the guy playing H, I don't remember the name, but I do know that the person who sent this to me was the person who sent this in was one of the captains of 9th New York, Captain Red. So thank you for the battle relay. You sent this to me ages ago, but hey, it's covered. Better late than never. And yeah, AP Hill getting the most kills, close behind McCall here at 3,626. So a great battle, really close. I mean, literally down to the wire. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time on the battlefield.